This is Fluency Module 3, Lesson 3. All right, the first thing that we're going to do together is work on finding the area and perimeter. This should be fairly familiar. We've been doing it a little bit, and hopefully every time we do it, you're getting a little bit better. You will need your whiteboard and marker, so make sure you have those with you. Again, as always, as we are talking through this, if you need to pause the video, just pause it so that you can complete work, because the purpose is for you to be completing it and making sure that you know what you're doing. We're going to be working on finding the area and perimeter. We have 4 different rectangles here. And just as a reminder, I think you will remember, but our formula for area is length times width. And our formula for perimeter is 2 times the length plus the width. There are other ways to find that, and we can talk through those, and you have talked through those with other lessons. All right, so let's look at this first one right here. We have a length of 5 centimeters and a width of 2 centimeters, and we are going to find the area. So all we need to do to find the area is we've got the length times the width, so we can go ahead and plug in. Well, our length is 5, and our width is 2. And I should have labeled the units there. We don't want to forget the centimeters. And so our answer on that one would be 5 times 2 is 10. And because we're talking area, it will be square centimeters. For perimeter, we will look at this. Look again at our length. Our perimeter formula is 2 times the length plus the width. And because that's in parentheses, we'll do that first. Well, the length of 5 plus the width of 2 is 7, and 2 times that is 14. So our perimeter on that is 14 centimeters. Alrighty, let's look at the next one. We have a 7 centimeters on one side and a 2 centimeters on another side. Looking at the formula, go ahead and pause the video and figure out what the area and the length would be. All right, I'm going to keep going, so hopefully you paused it and you did the work on your own. Length, 7 centimeters times the width of 2 centimeters. And 7 times 2 is 14 square centimeters. For the perimeter, we would look at the length plus the width. 7 centimeters plus 2 centimeters is 9 centimeters, and 2 times that is equal to 18 centimeters. Alrighty, let's look at this last one. Same thing, pause the video, figure out the area and perimeter, and then come back. All right, area. Our area is going to be the length times the width, 4 centimeters times 7 centimeters, and that equals 4 times 7 is 28 square centimeters. The perimeter is the length plus the width, 4 centimeters plus 7 centimeters, or 11 centimeters times 2. So our perimeter is 22 centimeters. All right, let's move on. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at, this time we're going to look at some squares. So let's look at a square that is 4 centimeters. If it's 4 centimeters on one side, by the definition of a square, every side is going to be 4 centimeters. You are correct. So as we're finding the area, we still have the same formulas. Area equals length times width, and the perimeter equals 2 times the length plus the width. In other words, you're just adding up all the sides. So our area in length times width, we've got 4 centimeters times 4 centimeters, and that is 16 square centimeters. Perimeter, we have 2 times the length plus the width. 2 times length plus width is 4 centimeters plus 4 centimeters. So that equals 8, so 16 centimeters. You could also have just looked quickly at it and said, oh, look, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. I know that 4 times 4 is 16. That's really simple. And we can look at that as we're looking at, again, another square that is a 6 centimeters on each side. So our area for that, sorry, I should have told you to pause. would be 36 square centimeters. And our perimeter would be 4 times 6, or 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 would be, which is 24 centimeters, right? 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6, 18, plus 6 is 24 centimeters. Alrighty. The last thing that we're going to do is this where we're missing a part. And so again, as we're looking at our formula, for area is equal to length times the width. And if we look at each one of these rectangles, what we have is the area, and then we have one of the sides. So we need to figure out, well, what is the missing side? So the way that I like to do it, especially with these that are a little bit more straightforward, well, as we look at this first one, I know my area is 8 square centimeters. So I can put, for my, if I go back into my formula, I'm going to put area in for area. So I'm going to put 8 square centimeters, and that is equal to the length, which is 2 centimeters, times what? Well, 2 times what is going to give me 8? You're right. Hopefully you said 4 centimeters. So that is what is missing. All right. Take a second, a few minutes. Turn off your video. Pause the video and figure out the answers to the other 2 problems. All righty. I'm assuming that you have done that work and you're coming back to me. Let's look at this one right here. We've got an area of 42 square centimeters, so I'm going to plug that into my formula there. I'm going to say, well, okay, 42 square centimeters is equal to blank, I don't know what my length is, times, oh, there it is, 6 centimeters. We'll just leave that right there. So 6 centimeters times what is equal to 42 square centimeters? Hopefully you remember this with your multiplication. If you don't, 6 times happens to be 7 centimeters is equal to 42. Let's look at this last one. This one will be, multiplication-wise, a little bit easier. So my area is 15 square centimeters, so I'm going to go ahead and put 15 square centimeters is equal to 5 centimeters times something. Well, 5 times what is equal to 15? 3 should jump right into your head. 5 centimeters times 3 centimeters will give you 15 square centimeters. Good work, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.